Hello everyone. In this video, I am going to explain how we can create Git repository release and tag automatically. It's simple and easy to create manually when we have only one or two repositories. But when we have a multiple repositories, like more than 20 or 30 repositories, in that time, manually adding tags one by one would be inefficient way, right? So definitely we need a automation. So that's what we are going to cover today's video. So how I am going to create and how I am going to achieve this, right? For this, I am going to use two things. One is GitHub Actions, another one GitHub API calls. As you all know, so GitHub providing a API call for all the operations. So here I have mentioned that URL where we can access the API calls. Okay, so if you open this URL, here you can get all the API calls. How to updating a repository, deleting a repository, list repository, right? Like that, right? We have a API call for all the operations. Okay, so from that, I have copied only which we need to create a release and tags, right? So here I have mentioned this is what the API call we are going to use in this today demonstration. So this is the API call. First, for this, we need a API token to use this API call, right? API token we need to generate in a GitHub and we can use it. Then the repositories and the main thing, what kind of details it's required, right? So tag name, we need to specify what is the tag name we are going to use and the target commit message. This is nothing but which branch we are going to create. Okay. The another one, it's the name of the tag and releases. I can use or I can create these release and tags in my local box itself or directly in a GitHub URL. But in when I try to you create from local, right? In that time, you need to clone the repository and then you need to create a tag in a command line. But in this API call, it's not required to clone the repository. It's directly creating a release and tags on the repository reference level. Okay, so for that, first we need a GitHub token. So we'll start from GitHub token. So I'll show you how we are going to create a GitHub token. Okay, so this is the repository I'm going to use in this demonstration. So demo one. Okay, so for GitHub token creation, first we need to go to the repository settings in left side in your profile settings. Click on the settings. Okay, in left side, you'll see that developer settings. Click on the developer setting. In that personal access token, click on the personal access token, then token. Okay, once you done that, in right side top corner, you will get the generate new token. Click on that and it will redirect to you the. One second, let me log in to this. Thanks. Okay, so this is the page where we are going to give a token name and generating. Okay, I am giving a token name is session. Okay, and based on your organization policy, we can select how many days we can set it for this token expiration. So default 7 days, 30 days, 60 days. Okay, so best policy, don't give a no expiry. Always set some certain time for the expiry. Okay, so for demo purpose, I can select only 7 days. And what operation we are going to perform. Based on that, only we need to enable the permissions. Okay, so now I'm going to create a tag and releases in a repo level. So I need only in a repo access. Okay, so I am selecting for this repo. Then just click on a generate token. Okay, now token is generated, right? You should copy this token. Okay, so if you refresh this page or close, right, you won't get this API token. So for that, just copy this. Now, first point is done. We have generated the GitHub token. Now, we need to add this GitHub token in a secrets. We can't use this GitHub token plain text in our scripts. That is not a recommended, and GitHub or Git, it's not accept that plain text commits. Okay, for that, now we are going to create a secrets. Okay, go to your repository. Okay, my repository is demo1. Okay, in repository, go to the settings. In left side, you can see that secrets and variables. Click on the secrets and variables. In that, actions. Okay, so here you are seeing secrets and variables, right? So here we are going to add repository secret. Click on the new repository secret. Okay, here add. I am going to use the secret name is demo1. Okay, just paste the seek token which we generated and copied. Sorry, add secrets. Give me a moment. Okay, now we added the secrets also. The next step, how we are going to generate a script. Okay, for that I'm going to the repository. Okay, so as I said here, I am going to use git action for this creation, right? Tag and release creation. Okay, so now I'm going to check. Okay, fine. My repository, I have only in a readme.md file. I don't have any other directory and files, right? The structure, the GitHub action will be placed under the .github folder and workflows. Okay, so in my repository, I don't have that directory structure. So I'm going to create that. Okay, add file, create a new file. I'm going to create a workflow file in GitHub directory. Inside that, workflows. Then I am naming the workflow file as tagging.yaml. Okay, so here we are going to create a script. Yeah, for time saving purpose, I have already created and put it on my notepad. Let me copy and I'll explain that. Okay. Okay, this is what the script we are going to use now. So first on workflow dispatch and input section, right? So every time I can't edit this script and run it. So because every script trigger, we need to use the unique tag name, right? So we can't edit the script and use. For that, we are parameterizing this input. Okay, so that's what we are doing here. The input is nothing but we are passing the parameter in which string I am going to use for the release name and tag name. Okay, so I name it is in a tag name. It's not true, and the default value I set in a v100. Okay, then the actual job will come here, and where we are going to run this is in a Ubuntu latest. Ubuntu latest is nothing but GitHub. By default, GitHub will provide multiple runners. We need to select which runner we are going to use. I have selected here in the Ubuntu latest. Okay, so step, we can use a multiple steps, but here I am going to create only one step, that is the tag creation. This is the command I have already shown which in the initial stage, right? And that is the same. I am going to use it here. Okay, so the curl command post, then this is all in a default JSON entry. The authorization, see, look here. So I have changed the token with my secret name. Okay, so I have created a secret is demo1, right? So I am consuming that secrets in my script. Okay, the next part, Okay, the GitHub version, yes. The GitHub URL, yes, we need to provide with the repos, then organization, then the repository. So this repository name also, I am not hard coded. I am consuming this workflow where this workflow is executing. That repository only I'm going to use. This is in an environment variable, and this git action will automatically pick that details. Okay, so I am defining the next part is tag name. How I am going to use this tag name? The event input, what we are passing through the execution, right? That will pick that name and consume that as a tag name. Okay, so that's it from the script side. Add this one, commit changes. Okay, now your script is ready. Before that, let me clear my tags. Okay, delete the existing one. Yes, I have removed all my tags and releases. Currently in my repo, I don't have any release and tags. Now we are going to execute that script. Okay, in demo, script is available under the GitHub workflows. Okay, click on this. The execution option is in right side. Click on the view runs. Okay, then run workflow. Able to see, right? So this is what the parameter tag name. Okay, so my default value is v100, right? For test purpose, I'm going to change this value. I'm directly creating a 101 tag. Okay, run workflow. Okay, refresh your repository. Yeah, it's in queue to pick up the runners. Yeah, it's initiated and it's done. Here you can see the logs. Okay, now we can go on to verify our repository. It's my main branch repository. See, you are able to see this v1001, right? So it's created. The revision reference is 1.892. In my demo repository, main branch, my reference is 1892. Okay, fine. You're seeing this timing, right? How much it took. See, it took only 2 seconds for a repository. That is the beauty of this API calls. If it is in a huge repository, I am going to do it in a command line, then in that way, right? So I need to clone, then I need to create it. Or I can directly go and manually do it in the GitHub URLs. Okay, now this is created the tag and release for the main branch. I'll show you that. We are defined the which branch the tag should be used. Okay, so I'm going to edit this script again. Okay, in this API call, tag name, the reference point. Yeah, see, target commit sh. This is nothing but in which branch reference you need to use for this tagging. Okay, so before edit, I'll show you. I have a one more branch with a different committed 1847, and main is 1892. Okay, now I'm going to create a tag for a dev branch. Just change this dev. So this also we need to add it in a parameterized way. Okay, otherwise every time we need to go and edit this script. Okay, commit changes, then view runs, run workflow. This time I'm going to use 102. Run workflow. Nothing. Initiated and in progress. Yes, it's completed. Demo repository. Okay, now we are seeing that 2 releases. See, right? The version 102 tag is referring the revision is 1847 and version 101 tag is referring the revision 1892. Okay. The next, so this script is now doing a one repository, right? But I have a multiple repositories. How I can modify this script to work on a multiple repositories? Okay, so that is very simple. We can add array list with the required repo count. Then we can execute the same script that will work for us. I'll show you that also. Okay, currently I have a demo one. Let me create a one more repository. No, yes, I have one more repository, test repo. Okay, in test repo, let me clear the releases. Okay, tags, yes, delete. Okay, now in my test repo, I don't have any releases and tags. Okay, what is the default branch? I have a master. Yes, I have a main. Okay, let me create a dev branch. Then I'm going to edit my script or profile. Edit the script. Okay, so I need to add the, so this is similar like a shell script. Okay, you can add all the things in the same indentation that will work like a shell script. Okay, now I'm going to add array to loop through the multiple repositories for the same operation. Okay, for that I'm going to use array, declare a array. Okay, and my repository is demo1. Okay, the another one is test repo. Test repo. Test repo. Right. Okay. You can close the loop. So then array defined. Then you need to create a loop of array. Sorry, some keys are not working. Let me copy this. Okay. Close this. For a in this array, then you can do the loop. And done. Okay, now I am passing the demo and test repo in the development branch. Okay, you can save the script. Okay, before execution in my test repo, I don't have any releases. In demo repo, I'll remove the old tags and releases. This is my demo releases. I'm deleting both. Okay. Tags also you can delete it. Okay, now we can execute our script. Run workflow. So I am using version 2.0. Run workflow. Okay. Yeah, it's like you to get the runner process initiated. See, it's completed in 1 second. Here you can get the logs. Okay, tag name is already exist. Is coming where? Let me check. In demo. Yes, demo it's created. You're seeing right? Version 2.0. In our other repo is test repo. Test repo it's not created because we are in a dev. Okay, got it. So we missed one change in the script workflow file. Okay, edit. So we are defining the array in the loop, right? But we didn't change that repository. So currently we are using that current repo, but we need to change the repository reference also, right? Otherwise it will not recognize. So the repository details will come in the I value. Okay. Here you need to change that to I. Okay. Now the loop will work. Commit. Okay. Test repo is empty. Demo one. I'm removing these releases. Okay. Delete this. Tag also you can delete it. Now I'm going to execute this workflow. Run the workflow. I'm going to use 2. Okay, it started. Tag demo. Yeah, yes, it's completed. Can go and verify. This is my demo repository. Yes, version 2.00 release tag is created. Okay, now I can go and see the test repo. Perfect. Okay, so currently I have only 2 repository. The same way we can add it in a multiple repository that will work in a single loop, create a release and tag for all the repositories. Yeah, that's it for the today's session. Yeah, next session I will come up with a different approach automation way. Yeah, thank you all.